Hey there. Hey guys. Hey there. Are you ready? What's the weirdest or most surprising thing about life in China for you? Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ollie and I live here in China. Right now, I'm walking around in my neighborhood for some relax. Thinking about some funny conversations I had with my foreign friends recently. You know, when people first come to China, they often notice things that locals don't even think about. For me, these things feel totally normal. But for my foreign friends, they can be really surprising, even a little weird. So recently, I asked some of them a simple question: What's the weirdest or most surprising thing about life in China for you? And trust me, their answers made me laugh and also made me realize how different daily life can feel depending on where you come from. So, in today's video, I'm going to share 5 of those questions with you. I'll also try to explain why life in China is like this, and at the same time, we will meet some useful English words and phrases you can use in daily conversations. So, let's jump into the first question. Question number 1 from my Chilean friend. He asked me, why does everyone in China pay with their phone? Don't people use cash or credit cards? And what about kids or older people who aren't good at phones? Well, in China, almost everyone uses mobile payment, both sellers and buyers. The most common way is with a QR code. So, when you buy food at a street stall, you scan the QR code. When you shop in a supermarket, you scan the QR code. Even for a taxi or when I rent a shared bag. You guessed it, right? You scan the QR code. For us, this is just daily life. It's fast, safe, and super convenient. And it's efficient for both sides. Sellers don't need to count cash or give change. Less chance of mistakes. Buyers don't need to carry lots of coins or small bills, which can be a real headache, right? Now, about kids and older people. Very good question. In big cities like Hangzhou, many older people also use mobile payment now because their children teach them, and most payment apps even have an elder mode with bigger fonts and a simpler design. At first, they may need some help, but once they get used to it, it's often easier than carrying cash. As for children, they don't usually have their own bank account, but many kids use a smartwatch that connects to their parents' account. They can pay with the watch while parents set limits and control how many they can spend. So yeah, mobile payment is everywhere in China, but don't worry, cash and credit cards are still accepted. In fact, the government requires shops to accept cash to protect older people, kids, and also foreign friends. Question number 2. One of my foreign friends once asked me, why do Chinese people always drink hot water, even in hot summer? And yeah, it's true. If you come from the West, you probably drink cold water all the time, maybe even with ice, right? But in China, most of us prefer hot or at least warm water. So, why? Well, First of all, it comes from traditional Chinese medicine from very ancient time, long ago. The idea is that warm water is better for your body, but cold water, especially with ice, is believed to shock your stomach and slow down digestion. Hot water feels gentle, and people think it helps your blood flow better. Yeah, blood flow in near your body. When I was a kid, if I had a stomachache, my mom's first reaction was always, drink more hot water, drink more hot water. At the time, I thought she was just nagging me. But honestly, sometimes it really did help. I feel warmer and more comfortable after that. And here is an interesting part in Chinese culture. Drink some hot water isn't just health advice. It's also a way of showing care. If a friend says that to you, it's like they are saying, I care about you. I want you to feel better. And if you ever come to China, don't be surprised. In most restaurants, if you ask for water, they will serve it hot or warm. Iced water isn't really common unless you specially ask. And yeah, a lot of people here carry a thermos everywhere. A thermos is a bottle that keeps your drink hot or cold for hours. Super common here. So, even in the middle of summer, you will see people carry and drink hot water. It's our daily life. And who knows, if you come to China, maybe you will get used to it. Question number 3. One of my friends saw a video online and asked, why are there so many people dancing in the square at night? Well, this is something really unique in China. We call it square dancing. Usually, it's middle-aged or older ladies. Sometimes we jokingly call them aunties. Many of them are retired, so after taking care of family during the day, they like to come out in the evening after dinner and dance together. It's not just about the moves, it's about staying healthy and having fun. For them, this is exercise, like a free open-air fitness class, but at the same time, it's also social life. They meet neighbors, old colleagues, or even strangers who become new friends. They usually dance for about an hour, sometimes longer, and you will often see speakers blasting music, colorful lights, even marching t-shirts. Some groups are really well organized, almost like a mini dance team. And here is the deeper part. When people get older, it becomes more important to have a group, a community to talk, love, and spend time with. Dancing gives them exactly that. It's good for the body and good for the heart. So, if you see a group of aunties dancing in the park at night, don't be surprised. It's not a performance, it's just daily life. And honestly, it can be pretty fun to watch. Next, question number 4. One of my friends from the US asked me, why are there so many clothes hanging outside? Don't people in China use dryers here? Well, in China, drying clothes in the sun is super common. Almost every apartment has a balcony, and you will see clothes hanging everywhere on the hangers, racks, or even long poles fixed above the balcony, and even outside the window. Yeah, like this, outside the window. So, why do we do this? First, sunlight is free, no electricity, no extra cost. Second, clothes dried in the sun smell amazing, fresh, clean, and a little bit like nature. You can't really get that same smell from a dryer, right? Here's a little English tip. We say something is done the old-fashioned way when it's traditional, simple, or low-tech. But that still works great. Sun drying clothes is exactly that. Old-fashioned? Yes, but practical and reliable. And for us, it's just normal daily life. Question number 5. Why can't I use Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, WhatsApp in China? How do people use the internet? Well, in China, we have our own apps that are very popular. Instead of YouTube, many people watch videos on Bilibili. Instead of Instagram, there is Hongzhou, also called as Red Note, which is very popular last year. Great for sharing photos, short videos, and lifestyle tips. And of course, WeChat is everywhere. You can chat, pay, share photos, even order food, all in one app. Yeah, WeChat. Some foreigners might say, "Whoa, it feels like you are separated from the rest of the world." But honestly, it's not that different. People are still connected, just in a different way, right? We share, we communicate, and stay in touch, just on different platforms. Here is a useful phrase: different strokes for different folks. It means people do things in different ways, and that's totally fine. For example, using Bilibili instead of YouTube is just a different way to enjoy videos. The idea is the same. The tools are different. So, yeah, life in China works a little differently online, but people are just as social and connected as anywhere else. You just need to learn the local apps, and once you do that, it's actually pretty fun. So, those were the 5 weird or surprising questions my foreign friends asked me about life in China. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you have any questions about China? Or maybe you have heard something about life here that seemed unusual or surprising? Share them in the comments. Yeah, in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Yeah, a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more real-life stories about life, language, and culture in China. I will see you in my next video. I'm Ollie. Bye bye. Bye bye.